Oh,
Hey, there he is. What's going on, bro?
A, back at it again, bro, for this special
Right?
episode 100, bro.
Man, that's a milestone right there.
Man, listen here, I know, right? It's just like, it's hard to believe sometimes, how this journey is and how you keep moving forward and you're knocking shit out. But when you actually sit back and look at it, you just be like, damn, that's a lot of shit that's being done right now. But it's all a blessing.
For real, it's the SR energy, when we talk about how you can manifest things a lot faster, we're living proof. We're literally doing it right here with the podcast. So whenever we make our videos and stuff like that, we could just, send people over to the podcast. Look, you know what I'm saying? Look what you can do when you retain for long periods of time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When you retain for long periods of time, yeah, you just have you have courage, bro. You know, like the Wizard of Oz and stuff, you know how you got the courage, you have the well, all the things that each character had. That's how it is on your SR journey. Like courage, and then I can't think off the top the other ones from like the Scarecrow and the Tin Man and shit like that. But like the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Lion, it's like it literally all pertains to the SR journey and basically finding yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you find yourself, your true self, it's like all those um abilities and shit that they have all become one, and that's you type shit now. In your SR journey, you're all those things in one bundle package and making an impact out here on individuals, and putting God first as well, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
Man, I just made a video about that. About it was a little download that I had today at work. It was basically God was telling me in order for us to love ourselves more, I was just thinking about like how can I love myself more? That was like the thought, and basically he was saying God was telling me that we have to learn about ourselves, learn about who we are, at the core, and learn about different things like what type of person are you, what do you desire in life, what are your morals, like what type of stuff do you stand on, like what type of person are you, because once you could figure that out, then you could start to like low-key admire yourself a little bit more because you understand, that you're a good person, and because like I was just comparing it to my old self, like I was just out here like doing a bunch of random things, like, having my eggs in a bunch of different baskets. So I didn't really have an identity. It's like now I
Right.
feel like that's one of the biggest things that SR has given me is, I have an identity. It's like I know who I am now.
Yeah, that's how it is, man. Because from my personal experience and looking at my old self, I had no idea who I was, bro. Operating in that lower nature, you don't know who you are. And then when you go on that SR journey, it's just like you are, you just literally like, yeah, time travel. It's like time traveling back to yourself or something. Or at least, as we like to say, that feeling that we had before we started indulging into the worldly shit as kids. So it's like you're
Mm,
back to that, yeah, that kid feeling as a grown man type shit now, and it's pure as hell. I mean, pure
right.
type shit. And it's a beautiful feeling to experience. You know,
Yeah, bro. I'm pretty sure I picked that as one of the topics. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm pretty sure we can dice that one up real nice and fine.
so you already know what's up. Some shit is about to get chopped up in this podcast. Always chopping some shit up, bro. Before I forget, let me get
Right.
that intro. Before I forget, let me get that intro knocked out real quick.
All right, bro.
All right, y'all. Welcome to the Unchained podcast, everybody. This is your boy SpiritWar Martin, along with his podcast partner Sebastian. We always put God first and become your inner lion in this crooked matrix and spiritual warfare, y'all. Boy, listen here. We another one.
Man, congratulations on 100 episodes, bro. I'm just proud of us, man. Putting in that work, It feels like you're at a certain point when you start doing God's work. It feels like you get on autopilot, you know?
Yeah, you do. You do get on autopilot because yeah, you become very disciplined. Very disciplined, and you have that routine set of getting your armor on for the day, putting God first. You know what I'm saying, and operating accordingly out here in your godly essence. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying, bro? Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
That's real stuff, bro.
And that's real important. It's real important what I've come to realize, it's having that maximum self-awareness of ourselves to where we're not out here just lost, as I like to say, because it's like I've seen a lot of individuals that's just lost and don't know what to do. It's all because we're not putting God first.
Right.
We're putting a lot of worldly shit first. Yeah, as I like to say, celebrities and shit, bro. Like it's individuals that's being raised off these crooked ass celebrities or social media platforms. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? When they should definitely put the big homie upstairs first because it builds structure to yourself.
exactly.
That's
Yeah,
important, bro.
man. Yeah, a lot of these younger cats that that I work with and stuff like that, yeah, they idolize rappers and actors, and that's just how it is. Athletes, you got a lot of people doing the athlete thing too. You got some athletes that are doing the right thing. I feel like there's some of them that are cool, but for the most part, it's like, how do we know if these individuals are even connected to the big homie? Some of them might even be connected to the dark side. You never know. So it's like you never know who you're worshiping. If you start putting other people before God, you don't know who you're worshiping, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You really don't. Yeah, it's like idolatry. You're just
Mm-hmm.
idolizing somebody who's been put on this pedestal and operating in this deeper, darker agenda to basically put you under mind control of some sort, you know?
And you don't know what they're doing behind the scenes either. These
Exactly, bro.
they could be doing some weird shit, behind closed doors, and we don't even know about it.
Exactly. Yeah, just dark energy. It's a lot of witchcraft going on with that shit. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And I'll make sure I stay away from that shit because looking at my old self, yeah, I was deep into that. As I like to say, from being in a metal band, yeah, I was a part of a metal band playing lead guitar. So that's witchcraft as fuck, bro. You feel me?
Right.
All that dark ass energy and stuff.
And you didn't
It's
even
because
know
I
you
was
were doing.
lost.
You didn't know you were doing that shit. You just like playing the music.
Yeah, just lost. Literally lost out here, not putting God first. And this is when I was partying hard as hell, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, and was, yeah, playing that damn guitar, bro, and was putting out some dark ass energy, and the music it's just everything that was being consumed was
Yeah.
toxic as hell. You feel me?
Right. It's almost like because you didn't know that you were putting out that dark energy. It's just kind of where, whatever pathway you were on, that's where you were led to.
Oh, bro. Hey, I didn't know what I was doing. And now that I look back at that, it's like, man, that's definitely not who I was type shit, and it shows how powerful the devil and his punk ass army is, bro, when it can literally make individuals operate entirely different from who they truly are. And that's how I felt throughout this phase of the metal music, the alcohol, the wrong individuals, the band, yeah, playing the guitar. That was like a whole dark version of me. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
that's crazy to think about. You don't think that you would, if you picked up a guitar again, you don't think you would start playing that type of music again?
No, but I have my own type of like guitar riffs and shit that I play. I used to do a lot of band covers. I used to like play a lot of bands, um, doing covers of their music, but I also have like my own shit that I create as well. So if I started playing again, I can just create my own type of riffs. You know what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying? Yeah,
that's what's man.
yeah,
Maybe you could pick up the guitar again and start doing some different type flavor. It starts happening with God and start playing
yeah. That's what I
some
talked to my
different
brother
type.
about, bro.
Yeah, I
Like
could
for
see
real,
you
I
playing
thought
like
about starting a
blues.
band.
Yeah.
Ooh wee.
You could do like blues or jazz or something like that.
Yeah, and I talked to my little brother about that stuff too, and told him that I low-key wanted to like make a band, but it's all about the big homie upstairs. Kind of like it has power to it, you know, with guitar riffs and stuff, but we talking about the big homie upstairs. We putting out power that way type shit.
Right. Yeah.
You feel
Putting
me?
out, exactly. It's like, making worship music.
Yeah, bro, but it goes hard. You feel me?
So,
Like hard
yeah,
guitar riffs for the big homie upstairs. You know,
right. That'd be
yeah,
sick.
that'll be raw, bro. But that's
Yes,
that,
sir.
you know, that's what I've been thinking about doing, but I just haven't you know, taken it into action yet. But I know it's coming.
Oh yeah, one step at a time. You know what I'm saying?
For real,
Yeah.
bro. All right, man. Let's get into it, man. For topic
Let's
number
go.
one, bro. For podcast 100. Ooh, wee. Topic number one, bro. What are your thoughts on um cutting people off a lot more easy now?
Mm. Yeah, it's like as soon as that discernment hits, you know, on your SR journey, I feel like it's different for everybody, but I feel like it's also a gift that comes from tapping in with God, you know, and it's definitely, this goes hand in hand with using that discernment, right? Where we're, you know, bringing people around or going around new people. Um, and as soon as you see these red flags, bro, it's, you know, your responsibility to cut these people off now that you've learned about protecting your energy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be out here, you know, like I'm thinking about my old self and how I used to, you know, operate, where I would like have certain people in my life to where, oh, you know, maybe I could benefit from being this person's friend, or they have resources, or there's a whole list of things that you know made me stick around with toxic people. But you know, then they would show me red flags and I would still stick around because it'd be like, oh, you know, but they're still doing this over here. You know, it's like once God gets a hold of you, you understand how there's a major difference between people who, you know, lift you up and people who, you know, actually feed your spirit, and then you got other people that are, I mean, there's a list of different ways they could do it, but they're dimming your light, you know, they're lowering your vibration with whatever, you know, there's a long list of things. The first thing that pops up for me is a lot of these narcissistic type people that I've been running into, you know, throughout the last few months, a couple of roommates, coworkers, stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, I don't have time, you know, it's just very focused, you know, at this point in my life. And it's very easy for me to tell who is who. And if somebody is, you know, acting crazy or acting foolish, you know, I'll either love them from a distance, you know, and tap in with them on a very, very short, you know, term basis, or cut them off completely, you know. So that's just how it has to be, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah, you know, you want to be well aware of what you got around you, bro. And it's not good to just have, you know, the wrong energy around you, bro. You have the discernment and have great intuition to be able to call out the BS that's around you, or at least, you know, have the vision to see who's trying to pull your energy down. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And yeah, looking at my old self, I was definitely not paying attention to who was pulling my energy down because I was intoxicated and had all this shit around me, you know, just because I was unaware. I was incoherent with all this shit around me. And now it's like, once you get rid of all that bullshit, your vision is clear, and then you can start to see, you know, who is right for you and stuff, because you are taking action of having environment control type
Mm-hmm.
shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you're doing work on yourself, right? So when you do work on yourself and clean that shit out on the inside, you start to clean out your environment and the individuals you have around you type shit. So
Yes.
cutting off people becomes way easier now because you done worked on yourself and shit. You
Yeah.
know, it's that simple. Like you work on yourself, like you literally like see everything else that's wrong for you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
that's what I've come to realize for me, because yeah, you know, this SR journey, you got to, you know, the SR journey gives you those new pair of glasses for your own protection, bro. And it's important to embrace that shit. And if you got to
Right.
cut people off, then so what? You know, it was all for a reason,
Right.
you know? Yeah.
You know, this makes me think about that conversation that I had with my Uncle Peter. You know, shout out to my Uncle Peter, man. I love him dearly, bro. It's a spiritual mentor for me. And I remember telling you this, but he basically told me, you know, he's like, become so high vibrational to where, you know, the people that are low vibrational, like they can't even come around you type stuff. Cause your force field is so strong, and the energy that you're putting out actually repels these type of people. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you can repel them with just by your energy, bro. They'll pick up on, like, you know, how you move and your reactions to different things. You know, it's like you catch somebody who's on bullshit. It's like, you know, like I said, you can call them out, you know, and just be like, you know, I know what you're up to, and I'm not going to be participating, you know, because there's a lot of people that think they're slick, you know, like you get like narcissist type people or whoever, and like these people are very manipulative, and they'll, like, you know, use like dark psychology and try to get you in a corner, and you can just, you know, if you really spot these people out, you can call them out and just say, you know, put the blockage up. You know, I'm not gonna be participating in that shit. Like, I'm
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I can see what you're doing, and I won't be, you know, I'm not doing that shit, you know?
Yeah. And it's important to do that, or else you're going to get walked on, bro. And nobody has time for that shit to be walked on now, you know, because yeah, you're on your purpose now. So it's like, you know, it's a lot of shit out there that's just, you know, that's damn near a distraction now, you know, from spiritual attacks to individuals and shit, bro.
It's hard to get this stuff past guys that are on SR too, you know?
Yeah, it is.
It's very hard to, you know what I'm saying? I know you feel me. Like, we've
Yeah.
had different conversations about, you know, I usually tell you every time I run into somebody, you know, like we'll run into like a snake, you know, I'll tell you what's up. And, you know, we'll usually, you know, you can decipher, you know, what they're up to very quickly on SR. It's a blessing from God. You know, it's almost like God will help you weed out some of these negative people, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, sometimes it feels like you don't even do the work. Like, all of a sudden, you know, they'll be in your life, and then you'll be thinking, you're like, wow, this person doing this. They start showing their true colors and shit. And then all of a sudden they're just gone for some crazy reason. That's how you know God removed them.
Yeah, it's all the universe working, man. It seems like, you know, when these individuals / leeches come into your life, it's like God sits back and watches us to see if we're going to be able to discern and, you know, notice the shit.
Yeah.
And when you notice that shit, you notice when you notice the shit, it gets gone.
Right.
You feel me?
They're just gone.
Man, listen, that's how it is, bro. When you start to see the fakeness and shit, oh man, that shit will get going on you, bro, because you see it for what it really is. And that's all because the big homie upstairs.
Yeah, it's like sometimes you got to put in the work and call them out, but then other times God will do the work for you.
Right.
That's a trip. That's a trip.
That's how it is, bro. But God is good, man. We got to tap into that shit, bro. That shit ain't no joke. Right. But that was a good topic, man. Let's bounce to number 2, my dude.
Let's go. Because
the stuff that we talked about in topic 1 kind of bounces into this one.
All right. Let's get it.
For topic number 2, what are your thoughts on how people will want to leech off of you on your SR journey?
You feel like starting that one off?
Yeah. From my personal experience, bro, you know, since I got on this SR journey, you begin to realize that, you know, individuals, they feel your energy and they see how you carry yourself. So they're going to want to try to, you know, be a part of that and come into your life, and not noticing that they're basically pulling your energy down. You know, It's not like I don't know if they intend to do that, but you are operating on such a high frequency and shit on your SR journey and in your craft to where individuals can potentially pull your shit down, you know, and they want to just come into your life to just basically leech off you and be a part of your journey and shit. You know what I'm saying? When they're not putting in the work like you are. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've come to realize, and I don't have time for that shit, you know? So whenever I discern a Decepticon or a leech that come off the scene that seems like they're cool and shit, you got to look deeper. It's like, you know, are you really here to be my friend, or are you here to try to ride coattails and shit?
You
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because when you operate, when you lift yourself up and do better for yourself, they see that shit and they want to become a part of it. But you can't let that shit in because it's gonna lower your power level, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a weird, that's like a side effect of having a high vibration as well. Don't you think?
Right.
Like a side effect, like, because I know we both experienced this. I've had this a lot with like, yeah, also just different coworkers and also my roommates and stuff, like certain ones who, you know, they'll end up like observing how I move and observing, you know, I don't know. One of my coworkers was telling me like, you know, like, you know, you're such a humble guy, all this stuff, and basically just saying like how he thought I was cool and shit. And then like, just like you said, it's just like trying to make all these plans and all this shit with you because they like your energy, but then, you know, it just doesn't end up working out because the frequencies aren't matching up, you know. But it's just like they you know, people obviously want to be a part of what you're doing if they see that you're, you know, on a serious path, you know. So it's once again, you know, it feels like this is a repeating topic tonight, is that discernment. You got to use the discernment and understand, you know, what are these people's intentions, you know, really dig deeper and understand like what they're doing, pay attention to what they're doing. And you know, because sometimes they'll show their true colors, you know, at a later date. You know, it's like they'll make you think that they are cool and chill and all this stuff for sometimes weeks, months, however long, and then all of a sudden you'll have a moment where they'll show you their true colors and shit, and it's a red flag that you can't go back on. You know, it's just like, nah, if you're gonna be, you know, I don't tolerate, you know, if it's a serious offense, you know, sometimes you just gotta cut them off right there, because, you know, some offenses you can't, you know, forgive. It's just like, you know, that energy is so offensive and deliberate and disrespectful that it's like, you know, nah, you gotta work on yourself for a little bit before we can, you know, fuck around.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's a lot of the type of energy that I'm seeing nowadays is a lot of entitled ass energy that individuals are putting off, and they try to make it seem like they're entitled to try to either tell you what to do or try to, just try to manipulate or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to have great discernment for that Decepticon ass shit, bro, because it's very common nowadays amongst the people. You know?
Yeah. People will take control, want to try to like run the show and whatever it is that you're doing, you know, like.
Yeah, here they come and shit, you know, here they come and shit, trying to, you know, oh, this is, you know, my idea and I think you should do this. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to do what I want to do.
Exactly. And then,
yeah,
that's like low key, like narcissism, you know,
it
it's
is.
like they aren't able to see your point of view or your opinion or your perspective on something that should be a group effort or whatever. It's like they got to call the shots. That's like a telltale sign of a narcissist.
Absolutely. And I don't tolerate that shit. You know, now looking at my old self, I used to put up with that all the time. And when you go on your SR journey, it wakes you up to these creatures out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wakes you up to, yeah. It wakes you up to these gargoyles and shit out here, bro.
Facts.
All right, man. On to topic number 3, bro. What are your thoughts on how your eyes are the spirit windows to the soul on your SR journey?
Man, this is real. This is too real. You know, it's like the thing that I first think about with this stuff is, you know, I jump right to it, is the stuff that I'm looking at on my phone, you know, because the phone is something that's got me, you know, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm not on my phone a lot, because I am. You know, we all have certain days, like last night I told you about it. I was like on the phone for too long, and I ended up going to sleep with like, you know, a couple, you know, dirty cups on the bedside table and like a bag of chips and shit on the table. You know, that's not like me. I like to keep my stuff clean. So it was almost like I had like a negative side effect from sitting on the phone for too long and stuff like that. But where I'm going with this is we got to be able to curate, what we're looking at, because nowadays, you go on social media and stuff like that, you start getting to scrolling and shit, whether you go on Instagram or YouTube, you can see some weird shit, random as fuck, and just weird things that are going to, go into your eyes and go into your spirit, whether it could just be like random things that are like contaminating your mind and getting you into a weird zone. But then there's also like demonic shit going on too that we got to be careful of. There's like portals that can be accessed through your phone and, satanic ass shit going on. So, it's important for us to be mindful of what we're consuming, and what we're looking at on a daily basis. It could be your phone, it could be, movies on Netflix, your TV shows, that's where my head goes with it, bro. So what do you got to say on that one?
Yeah, it's important to protect, the windows to your soul, bro, because it's a lot of deception and deceitful stuff out here, bro, that get planted in your subconscious and plant seeds in your mind and will grow into trees of chaos. You know what I'm saying? And when it grows into a tree of chaos, it can lead to a relapse. It can lead to you going to jail or just any type of, thing that could potentially sabotage you, bro, when you consume this shit with your eyes, bro. And I was consuming a lot of shit with my eyes back in the day and was unaware, and it basically destroyed me, bro. It had to, basically self-destruct and basically rebuild, under the name of the big homie upstairs and this SR journey, bro. Because when you consume too much bullshit and your spirit consumes all that, it can make you or break you, bro. And you don't want to be broken by that stuff. So it's important to just make sure you are careful of what you are looking at and what you are listening to. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of this music out here is putting out sound portals and shit too. And they have control of the sound frequencies as well to basically make your mind think or operate in a certain fashion. You know what I'm saying? It's all like sound frequencies and, witchcraft type shit. But it's important for us to have the self-awareness and protect your eyes and shit, bro, of what you're looking at, because it could, contaminate you and turn you into a Decepticon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And this is the big one for the porn as well. When you like, if you're watching porn on a daily basis, that people think it's just like a regular thing. It's like, just, masturbate, however often, but they're not looking at the deeper aspect of, when you're consuming that type of content and it's going, into your eyes and you're watching all that, raunchy content that we get used to, so frequently, like our old selves were used to that stuff. and it makes you, it'll contaminate your spirit. Like it'll turn you into like a weirdo, obviously, your power level, your confidence, your energy. And then also you're going to be creepy around women from watching porn because you have this fucked up subconscious programming that's going on just from viewing the shit, just from looking at it, so that's a perfect example.
Absolutely, bro. And the porn sites, bro, that should have you operating weird and have you looking at reality very strange. Your whole perception of reality is just fucked. You know what I'm saying? Just corrupted, contaminated, just gone. You feel me? It's not good to be operating like that. It's good for us to be aware.
It kills your masculine energy as well. Masculinity goes way down.
Yeah, it does, bro. That's what I've noticed. It's like your masculine energy goes down and you literally become a peon off of porn sites. You feel me? I'm just keeping it real because that's how I was. Bro. I was like a peon, bro, off the porn sites. Like my body was like really frail and really skinny, and my internal organs weren't good, and I looked very pale or like a zombie. You feel me? Like no life, no vitality. All
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
porno. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It kills your spirit, dude. Kills your spirit, turns you into a weird man. It's so crazy, dude. When you think about it.
Yeah. You know, it's very dangerous. And a lot of individuals out there are very unaware of this dark shit, you know, behind watching, you know, individuals fornicate on your phone, you know, and busting to that shit. You know. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but you're cracking me up right now.
It's the truth. That's why. It's the truth. When somebody says the truth, the shit is funny because it's true. You know what I'm saying? Real shit, bro. It's the fucking truth.
Uh-huh.
But let's get to topic number 4, bro. You feel me?
Right. Let's go.
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on going back to feeling, you know, as a kid, far as the energy goes?
Say that one more time. You kind of cut out.
Cutting out a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. It's been kind of acting weird. Yeah, I'll say it again, bro. What are your thoughts for topic number 4, bro? What are your thoughts on going back to feeling as a kid, far as the energy goes?
Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is the one that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed, dude. Is like I feel like you know, it feels like, you know, we talk about all this stuff like we go on SR, we experience all these benefits and stuff, and we talk about it like it's some new thing, you know, but I feel like at the core, it just heals you from all the damage that, you know, we were doing before, and it brings you back to your true authentic self, you know, and that version of yourself to, yeah, when like we were kids, you know, when we were more passionate and confident and energetic and, you know, had more just an oomph, you know, for life, you know, excuse me. But that's how I feel. That's how I feel. That's what I've come to the conclusion that that's what SR does. Obviously, we have the benefits that we receive, but I think it's a healing process, bro. And I think that it heals us and it brings us back to who we're supposed to be. And it's basically bringing us back to that person who we were before we started fapping, you know, before we discovered porn, before we started drinking like crazy, partying, chasing women, doing all that crazy shit. You know, it brings us back to who we were before that, except now we're adults. And, you know, it's just, this is who we're supposed to be. You know, that true masculine essence comes back.
Yeah, bro. And it's kind of crazy how, you know, society and, you know, the individuals that run everything don't want us to know about this when they're all operating like this, you know,
Right.
and they don't want us to operate because they know how powerful it is to have that childlike energy as a grown man, because you're unstoppable.
Of
You know,
course.
you're
Yeah.
unstoppable when you have that godly essence. And that's why they have all this shit set up in society for you to basically stray away from that purity that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very powerful when you know, operate in that godly essence, you know, of not, you know, fornicating, you know, participating in the worldly things that kills your connection to God. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, a lot of this shit out here can kills your connection to the universe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
They do
society
it on
knows what's
YouTube.
yeah, it's facts, bro. Facts. And society knows what it's doing by doing this. It's trying to make us weak as individuals out here. So yeah, low vibrational as hell. You know, spiritual planes down there instead of up here. If you're up here, oh, you looked at like you crazy. You know, you looked at
Right.
sideways and shit, you know, because it's so low vibrational. So you basically an alien out here operating,
Right.
doing good shit, you know, getting asked by individuals, why are you so happy?
Exactly. You stick out. You look like an alien. Also, your discernment is way up too. So that's another reason why they probably don't want us to know, because then we're gonna, you know, be able to detect all the other bullshit that they're on. You know, with the food, with the music, you know, all the stuff that we talk about, all the things that we talk about on our channels and on these podcasts. They don't want people to know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't want anyone to know about this stuff, you know, because it it breaks you out of that spiritual death that they are doing to the people, you know. And it's, yeah, I mean, everybody's under a big spell, bro. When you think about it, like, it's so crazy, dude. Like, looking at different things, man. Just I know we just broke down the porn thing, but now, like, I'll see like lustful images, you know, maybe on my Instagram or something, and it's just, I can't even see it the same way. If I see some girl who like has her titties out or her ass out or something like that, like now current day, that's just such a, like, it just screams toxic to me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how attractive you are. Like, if you're behaving like that, it just screams toxic to me. So like the discernment is just through the roof. So you can just tell, you know, everybody's intentions. And yeah, you know, I see exactly what they're doing, but you know, I ain't going for it.
Exactly. It's all witchcraft, bro. It's all deception and shit to try to get you to just fall off track, or at least, you know, be consumed by kingdom of darkness type shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that bullshit no more. You feel me? We ain't got time for that shit. You know,
no, sir.
we like the God-fearing women out there. You feel me? Where is they at?
For real. I saw somebody comment the other day on one of my videos, and he basically was saying, any girl that's not, he said, once you go on SR, it's like, I feel like the only women that are options for you are like women that are like preaching the gospel. And I thought that was spot on. It's like the girl has to be talking about God, you know, otherwise it's a red flag, you know, because you don't know, you know, she's either being a Jezebel or doing crazy shit or got her titties and ass out, you know, being lustful, or she's in the middle and she's an empty vessel. You know what I'm saying? That's dangerous too, because she thinks that she has it going on all together, but empty vessel and can be taken over. And it can, you know, it's like, for us, for guys like us, it's like the only option are the women who are, like you said, yeah, they fear God and they're, you know, reading the Bible and you know, they love God, right?
Ooh, yeah. They believe in the big homie. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we want. Yeah.
Put them first.
Gotta put them first. Yeah. Hey, bro, give me 1 second. I gotta run to the bathroom, my dude. This water that I drank before we started, it's whooping my ass right now.
Are you good, bro? I'll keep it rolling.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I will be right back, bro.
You're good.
All right, man. I will be back, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Man, shout out to all the retainers, bro. As always, me and Martin are super grateful, man, to be doing this episode 100. This is it's a trip, dude. You know, I never envisioned, you know, when I had the vision, you know, when I first started this podcast, when I wanted to start the podcast, obviously, I knew Martin was the dude, you know, to do it with. And as soon as we started making those first couple episodes, guys, you know, it was, you know, we did super good. So it has been a crazy trip, man. You know, episode 100, it's definitely a milestone. You know, most people that I talk to, they're like, how have you made 100 podcast episodes, you know, in however many months? You know, we're putting in that work. You guys, this is a testament to what SR can do for you, right? Is if you figure out what you want to do, figure out, you know, the pathway that you want to be on, Semen Retention is going to get you going in that right direction. You're going to be able to get the ball rolling, bro. I'm just talking to them about how crazy it is that we're on the episode 100, bro.
Yeah, bro, it is crazy, you know, and much love to everybody that's been riding with us from the beginning. You know, This is a journey, and we're getting pretty far down the road, bro, but we still got a lot to go. We still have a lot to do, you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, back into the game that we got going on here. For topic number 5, bro. Topic number 5. What are your thoughts on getting war ready and taking up your cross?
Right here, man. Right here. You know,
Facts.
when I came up with this topic, this is essentially just, you know, the idea of being aware of the spiritual warfare going on, being aware of the spiritual attacks, being aware of the enemy's, you know, tactics, and learning, you know, how it works, you know. So we know exactly what's going to be going on, you know, because we talked about it in the last couple episodes, you know. I feel like when you start putting God first and you start living like this, bro, you start cutting out these bad habits. You start changing, you know, how you move, start hanging out with different people, you know, maybe you're isolating yourself. You're going to be getting persecuted, you know, just like Jesus was. You know, people are just going to hate on you, you know, because they don't understand what you're doing, you know. So man, if you guys are experiencing this, you know, any of the viewers, man, it's normal, you know. It's not anything weird. It's just part of what happens, you know, when you decide to, you know, live righteously, live a spiritual pathway. You know, it's an isolation journey, and God's gonna eventually lead you to the right people that you're supposed to be around, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's my experience, man. And it's just, yeah, it's a daily thing, but we got to remember, you know, to be ready for, one, the attacks, and two, the feeling of being misunderstood, you know, by a lot of people. You know, people are, because we're going against the grain. You know, when you're doing this, putting God first, and you're going on SR, and like you're, you know, passionate about it and how it's, you know, changing your life, and, you know, maybe you're watching a lot of SR content and things like that. You know, you're going to turn into kind of like we like to say a lot, you know, like an alien, you know, to a lot of people. So it's almost like you got to be prepared for people to hate on you, bro. That's been my experience.
Yeah, you do. Because yeah, when you lock in with the big homie upstairs and start, you know, repping the cross, oh yeah, you're gonna get looked at twisted as hell, bro, up out here. You know, and
Right.
yeah, it's normal. You know, that's normal how that is. But when you know, indulge or engage in that pathway, it becomes new to you, because it can be very intense. It could be very bizarre, because, you know, you got individuals showing their true colors who you thought was your friend. You
Yeah.
have family members showing their true colors who you thought was your family, and you love these people, but it was all fake the whole time. You know, you just start to see everything is fake when you start to
Yeah.
put God first, you know, and everything was an illusion. You know, when you put God first, and it's real bizarre. It's like your world is flipped upside down. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
you operate with that cross, that light that you have now, that lantern, as I like to say, you're walking around shining that shit now, and it's people can't be around that now, and they're trying to dim it, because
Right.
number one, like you said, they don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? And number two, it's way too high vibrational for them. And number three, they don't like the fact that you have confidence and courage in yourself, because you put the big homie upstairs first now. And
Right.
the big homie upstairs is supplying you with all that shit. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Little do
They
they
don't
know
they
that
don't like that.
they don't even realize that that's where it's coming from, you know.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I've been noticing a lot of people, yeah, like even friends, bro, like friends, yeah, even family members. Like I've noticed people like throwing little digs at me because, you know, I'm posting, you know, more like Christian stuff, where I'll post like talking about God a lot, like on my Instagram. So like my old self wasn't doing that, you know. So I'll have people that will like throw, yeah, shots at me, like, oh, what would Jesus do? Or, you know, like we said before, someone said like I drank the Kool-Aid and all this stuff. And it's like
Man.
people, yeah, they get weirded out, and they're like, yeah, they're like, why do you like God so much? You know, they think that you're being brainwashed or whatever the fuck that they have going.
That's
But
that's a crazy question to ask somebody. You asking somebody, why do you like God so much? How do you sound when you ask somebody that? You sound stupid.
well, they don't even have a conception of God, right? So they're just, you know, out here
Just
empty vessels.
gone.
Exactly. So someone like they just can't even grasp, you know, where we're at spiritually, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. It's just the stuff that,
Unreal.
that we're gonna have to deal with, you know. And it's like I've noticed it happens more and more too. Like the more stuff, and I don't care. I'm just gonna keep posting this stuff because this is what I
Me
believe
too.
in. You know? I'm gonna keep posting it and just I don't care, bro. Like this is what I believe in, and this is what the Bible tells us to do too, is to spread the word. So
Facts.
I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care what people think.
For
You know,
real.
at the end of the day, the craziest part is like when people find out that you're picking up your cross and you're rolling with Jesus and putting God first. They don't understand, like you said, how high vibrational that is, and it's a journey of peace and love. So it's like, why are they hating on somebody who's trying to acquire a peaceful life? It doesn't make sense.
That's because they're operating on a lower vibrational frequency, bro, and has to have their attention and sights on a lot of bullshit. And when you have sights on bullshit, you put out bullshit energy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real because that's how I was, bro. Like when I was consuming a lot of worldly shit, I was putting out that toxic energy on people who were like doing better for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I know about this because I've lived that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
You think it's like low-key like a jealousy type thing, or what do you think's going on at the core?
It's all spiritual, bro. It's like they're low vibrational. So it's like they haven't worked on themselves. So when they see somebody who's obviously worked on themselves, it bothers them because they haven't done that work.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know who they are as a person.
Right. And then they see you making like a bold, statement, saying that you're, starting to pick up your cross and follow God. And they're like, what's actually going on right here?
Yeah. And start saying that you drinking Kool-Aid and all this bullshit.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We have to watch out for these individuals. They get tossed in the garbage.
Right. And it's, it's such a personal thing, when you're talking about something like this, your spirituality, and you got someone trying to question you. It's just
ugly.
So that's what I'm saying. We just got to be prepared for this stuff, on as much as we can be, and just keep pushing forward. And you know what I'm saying? That's just how it's going to be.
Right. That's how it is, bro. But you just got to stand strong in your frame, bro, and not tolerate that BS and let it be known,
Exactly. You got to set boundaries,
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are on the grand finale, my boy. Topic number 6. You ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, bro. For topic number 6, my dude, what are your thoughts on leaning into who you are?
We touched on it a little bit briefly, earlier, but essentially, man, is what I want to talk about here is just leaning into your authentic self, figuring out who that is, at the core. That's what I've done. Comes with shadow work and obviously going on SR and, putting God first. God's going to show you a lot of things as well. But I just think it's important for everybody to figure out, who they are, what they like to do, what they want to do, in this lifetime, what kind of impact you want to leave. And then lean into that, bro. Lean into that. Stop obviously caring about what other people think of you. Just go for whatever it is that you want to go for. But I feel like there's a lot of cats out here who, like my old self, who they don't even know who they are. So it's like, I feel like we gotta, start talking about this and telling, people to do that shadow work and, go within and figure out, instead of just randomly, doing shit out here, like, as we like to say, NPC and just doing things. It's like, I feel like we got to start being more intentional with like figuring out who we are and then leading into that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Real stuff, bro. That's important for all of us, man, to look at ourselves. You got to look at yourself, bro, and lean into who you are so you can be able to operate in your fullest power out here. Because if you don't know who you are as a person, you're putting your energy into everywhere else and not yourself. So you're out here weak as hell as far as your power level go type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's not good to be operating like that. And you out here operating with a weak power level, you get real insecure with shit. You ain't able to take accountability. You know what I'm saying? You ain't honest about shit. you know what I'm saying? You just kingdom of darkness is hell when you operate like that. You know what I'm saying? And looking at my old self, that's how I was, bro. And now that I put God first, I look back at that shit and it's just like, I'm glad that I'm not on that shit no more. You know, I'm glad that I'm fearing God now and tapping into myself, because when you tap into yourself, you know how powerful that is. And you have great discernment and intuition for bullshit that's not good for your well-being, instead of just indulging and automatically participating in shit. You know, you have the power to say no to shit now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's powerful.
Exactly. If it doesn't align with, it's like step one is figuring out, who you are and what your morals, what you want to stand on in this lifetime, what type of person you are, what kind of personality, like, what do you want out of life? And then, figure that out and then be able to discern, what's good for you and what's bad for you. And like you said, being able to say no to certain things and not putting so many eggs in all these different baskets, like my old self, trying to do all this shit with all these different people. I was friends with so many different people, bro, like, it was just, very surface level shit, go out drinking or whatever. And it was all because, I just wanted them to like me, or whatever the fuck was going on, people pleasing shit. And it wasn't, it was just aimlessly doing things. I didn't have an identity. So I was just out here putting my eggs in all the baskets, just hoping that, something, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, I'm going to do all this stuff and hopefully something will work, and so you don't have any real vision on what you actually want to do. You never really processed it. You're too busy like doing all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's literally like just being on autopilot for bullshit, it seems. And it's like you're unaware because you think it's normal.
Right.
Like individuals think that shit is normal when it's not, and you just have to make sure that you be aware of yourself. That's important for all of us out here, is to have self-awareness so we don't be out here operating very toxic and trying to pull other people down and shit, because we don't take time to look at ourselves and take accountability for shit. Yeah, that's important for all of us, bro. Like that's how we can move forward, bro. And it's like individuals need to wake up to this shit. Look at yourself, bro. You feel me?
Yeah. Man. And don't and just figure out like who you are, what you like. I feel like, it's not that hard to do that. I mean, it's
not, bro.
Yeah, it's easy. Just tap in, with yourself, figure out what you're good at, figure out what you like to do. Because I feel like a lot of people will end up getting manipulated, by the matrix programming, and then they'll end up like doing some bullshit, and they'll end up in some job or career that they aren't passionate about because they didn't really know who they were before they started, getting into that.
Right.
I know I have some friends, from my past that are, they've said the same thing. They ended up just going along with what society said, and they didn't really look within, and they end up in a shitty position because they didn't know like what they wanted to do, so they end up investing in the wrong area and shit. And you either end up having to uproot your life and try something new, or you'll live a mediocre life, until the end, and you'll end up living in regret. So super important, man, to go within, figure out what you truly desire, in this lifetime.
Yeah, it's important, bro, dude. Yeah, go within yourself and unlock yourself so you don't have any potential regrets about yourself out here. Because when you go in within yourself and look in yourself, you're going to find your purpose in life, no matter how long it takes. But when you go within, oh man, you basically found the conclusion to life. You know what I'm saying? Is when you go within yourself and shit, bro. Ooh,
and that's what the answers are. That's where all the answers are. People don't realize. That's what people don't realize. They're always, they're looking
elsewhere.
Out here. Shit. Yeah, they're looking for external validation and looking for, just looking in all the wrong places when they just need to tap in with themselves, go through maybe a season of isolation. Like I talk about that incubation period where, you're just by yourself for however long, and figure out who you are, figure out what you want to do, and then once you're ready, attack that shit, bro.
Facts. That's important for all of us, man. You become a savage for the big homie upstairs when you operate that way. And that's no joke. It's no joke, my boy. Ooh, that was topic number 6, man. Yeah, that was a great topic. And much love to all the fellow retainers and all the Unchained gang out there that's listening to the Unchained podcast and riding with your boy SpiritWar Martin and Seb Conscious out there and shit, bro. You feel me? Sir. Coming from SpiritWar Martin, I got massive love for all my people out there as always. I appreciate all y'all riding with me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we just talking about real life experiences in real life. And I'm just happy that we got individuals out there that can relate to us, you know, and click on the spiritual aspect. I mean, you got some Decepticons and shit that's watching, but much love to them as well, you know, and Sebastian, Seb Conscious, good job to you too as well, my dude. You know, you always do great work, bro. You know, you always do great work.
Thank you, my boy. You as well, man. Yeah, I'm very honored to have you, you know, as my partner, man. Very grateful for you and grateful for all this work that we've been putting in, bro. You know, it's a trip and man, yeah, just grateful, man. Another episode knocked out the park. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man. Obviously, yeah, shout out to all the viewers, all the retainers. Shout out to all the Agent Smiths as well. We see you too. We see you as well.
Facts. You know? Yeah, we see y'all. We see y'all looking.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, bro. Well, much love, man. You know, I'm gonna hit that outro. All right, bro?
Okay. Sounds good, my boy.
All right, y'all. Man, if you guys have made it this far into the episode, you know, you are a real one, man. Shout out to you guys, man. This has been the Unchained Podcast, episode 100. All right, man. That's a milestone right there. On to the next 100, my guy. So much love, man. Martin, I'm gonna upload this and then I'll be talking to you, bro.
All right, bro. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I can't wait to spin this episode back. And yeah, it's a milestone. And we just grateful for episode 100, bro. It just shows, you know, all the work that we're putting in out here. And we still got to keep going, you know, because that's what God wants, is for us to keep moving forward doing what we're doing. You know, it's just a blessing.
Just the beginning, too. It's just the beginning.
Yeah, it is. Facts. It's just the beginning, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, bro. Much love, man. I'll talk to you soon, all right?
All right, buddy. Talk to you later, man.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.